Hello friends, good afternoon. Today my topic is very important. Right? As a financial employee, as a manager, as a banking employee, right? It is mandatory for the knowledge. Latest at the latest at the global and domestic and information, including to export and import and consumption, right? For the domestic and international prices, right? As for the banking and a financial employee, especially as a structure, daily and the understanding the manager, both the India and global and economic and information. What changes? What changes? What is the changes? And how it affect and customer and the businesses and loan and deposit and investment and as the bank like a right area wise, and what you and should and track and why it and the matter and for the banking, like a area, right, like a India GDP and GDP in the growth sector in the growth and business and the credit and the demand, inflation, CPI and WPI and food and inflation. Daily you can check, just and investment, the interest in the consumption, right, in the RBI in the repo rate and liquidity and policies and the stance like loan and the deposit interest rate and G sector and corporate bond and FD rate and investment and decision and rupees, like a USD and INR and a euro and INR in importer and exporter and crude oil. You should crude oil, you should be knowledge in the band India and import and the cost and the inflation and the transport any cost, right? Gold information is important. Gold inflation and India and the prices and the gold loan and the investment, investment export, silver is a silver rate and global and India prices and commodity and investment, right? And equity market like a Nifty, like a Nifty and Sensex and global and the market, mutual fund, SIP and wealth, consumption, demand, right? GST, auto and FMCG and details and credit card like a CASA and huge like a manager. It is most important. Please, if you working in the financial sector, please you got up in the early in the morning daily basis. If you going before the going office, please everyone keep the knowledge in the something, because it is important. If go in market and in front of the customer, you should be knowledge. And everyone, export like a merchandise and the services and business and the customer, forex, import and the like a oil, electronic and gold and machinery and the forex, forex and the reserve